Hi, I'm Jacob Hall, and this is my informative speech about football. Football is a game that has originated in the USA and is mostly played in the USA today, but is fastly growing through Mexico, Canada, and Europe. Football is a very physical game. Each team is 11 players that line up on a 100-yard by 50-yard field, and they have a very secure or strong helmet, very strong shoulder pads, and very thick pads in the pants. And they can have additional pads as long as they are legal for their conference or state rulebook. And these 11 players on either side line up against each other. There's a line of scrimmage that you cannot cross if you are on either side of the ball. You have to be on your side, whether it's offense or defense. And the offense obviously has control of the ball, and as soon as they hike the ball, which is move the ball, hand it to the quarterback, which will take it from a center lineman who is in the very front, right on the ball where it is placed after the play. And this is how a play gets started. And once a play gets started, the offense can do just about anything they want once they have the ball, and they can give it to whoever they want as long as they have a eligible running back number. It's weird in football. There's lots of numbers that mean lots of different things, but don't gotta worry about it too much unless you're playing at a higher level. And the defense's goal, obviously, is to stop the offense. And how they have to do that is they have to physically bring one of the offenders with the ball. They have to take them to the ground and have to have a knee or an elbow or any part of the body besides the hands, because they can pick themselves back up, besides the hands, touch the ground. And that's how you play the game. And instead of like basketball or soccer or golf, where you have to put a ball in something by shooting it, kicking it, or hitting it, you actually have to have full possession of the ball. You have to hold on to it while you are going into the goal. The goals are obviously a lot bigger because you have to fit people into them, but that is how you score in football. It is similar, but a lot more physical. It takes a lot more on your body. Now, the offensive side of the ball, there's 5 bigger guys that will have numbers that are ineligible to carry the ball, and the middle one will have the quarterback have his hands in between his legs, and to start the play, that middle one will take the ball and give it to the quarterback through his legs. That is called hiking the ball. That is how every play starts. Every single play starts by center hiking the ball to the quarterback. Now, the 5 linemen will normally go up against 3, 4, 5 defensive linemen that are trying to get these big guys out of the way so that their athletes in the back can make it work. Now, the offense, the quarterback can turn around. He can hand it to a running back, which runs the ball, or he can throw it to a wide receiver, wide out. They're wide out from the original placement of the ball, and they receive the ball through the air. Now, the quarterback can turn around, and he can hand the running back the ball, or he takes a few extra steps and throws the ball to a receiver that's running down the field. Now, it isn't just random. Sometimes they have more in-depth plays where you read certain defenders and make plays like that. But right now, it is whatever the coach calls. If there's set plays that the coach says, I want this running back to run here, and I want the quarterback to spin this way, hand it here, and I want these linemen to block these guys and leave this guy open and make him make a play, and things like that. Now, defensively, the defense lines up obviously against the offense, and like I said before, they have 3, 4, 5 defensive linemen that try to get the big guys out of the way, try to get the blockers out of the way, so that their linebackers, which stand behind the line and are bigger, they're bigger, faster dudes. They're not quite beefy dudes to just block. They are your tacklers. They're your strong, fast guys. They're probably the best athletes on the field. And what these defensive linemen do is they get these big blockers out of the way, So either the linebackers can tackle the running back who will have the ball, or those linebackers can go tackle the quarterback who's about to pass the ball. Now, the defenders for the wide receivers are called cornerbacks and safeties. Normally they're called defensive backs. I know that's a very broad term, it seems like, but it covers 3 or 4 positions. They play the secondary of the defense. They're the secondary defense. They play the passes normally, and they are the last defense on a run. Now, normally there's somebody lined up on each receiver, and there's a safety that's in the back. They call him the safety because he is their safety route. Because if the defensive linemen don't get him, the linebackers don't get him, and the cornerbacks don't get him, he's the last one. He's a safety route. Safety routes. He's more of a safety, like a seatbelt or something, just to make sure that we have one last chance. Now, just basically football, you score 6 points every touchdown. There's an extra point where you can kick it into the field goal for 1 extra point. You can run a play from 2 yards away from the goal for 2 extra points. Now, you can also, if you don't make it into the end zone, you have one last chance. You can kick it into the field goal before you score, and it is 3 points. Or there's a defensive scoring where if you tackle the offense in their own end zone, it is 2 points for the team that made the tackle. Now, you want to obviously score as many points as you can and beat the other team, just like any other sport.